Boodlebobs, bedtime stories. Don't forget to subscribe.
This is a story all about Nigel. And yes, he's a napkin. Is it a bird? Is it a bee? No, it was Nigel, turning himself into a bird or a bee because, being a napkin, he could fold himself into any shape he liked. And it always had to be just so for Nigel. Perfectly straight lines and sharp creases, which made him irritatingly niggly. Origami, pronounced origami, is an art form, he boasted. Shape or size is never a problem, he continued, becoming a pyramid, then changing his mind and becoming a lampshade. Oh, but that was a mistake, because along came Malcolm, who was very attracted to lampshades, and Nigel, currently a lampshade, was very afraid of moths. He knew moths hate cardigans, socks, best jumpers, and, napkins. Or so Nigel thought, and fled to the safety of his drawer. "Oh, what's up with him?" Malcolm asked Lucy. "All I want to do is be friends." "He thinks you're going to eat him," sighed Lucy. "He doesn't know you're made of paper." "Oh, I don't eat paper!" he exclaimed. "And besides, I wouldn't eat Nigel. It's not a good way to make friends." "Well, someone should explain that," said Lucy. "I'd ask Elsie for help." So Malcolm fluttered out of the window and headed towards the apple tree, where Elsie was swinging on a branch. Why do you live in an apple tree?" he asked. "Why not?" she replied, and carried on swinging. "It's not everyone's choice, but I like swinging, so what better place?" "Have you come to join me?" Malcolm hadn't, but he explained about Nigel, and Elsie just carried on swinging. So, none the wiser, Malcolm went back to the kitchen. "You're made of paper, and I don't eat paper!" he shouted angrily into the drawer, but Nigel wouldn't budge. "Oh, he's quite right," said Elsie, gliding in through the window, and deftly opening the drawer with her long blue trunk, she picked Nigel up and took him back to the apple tree. "I could do with some company," she said. "Can you make yourself into an elephant?" "Easy," said Nigel, and did just that. He made himself into an elephant. "Have you come to eat me?" said Elsie when Malcolm arrived. "Or have you come to eat me?" echoed Nigel. "No, I haven't come to eat either of you," replied Malcolm. "Everyone knows you can't eat an elephant, let alone two of them." "There you are. There's your solution. Stay as an elephant," advised Elsie. So Nigel safely trotted back to the kitchen with his new friend Malcolm. "Oh, I can turn myself into just about anything," he chattered. You just name it." A cardigan?" suggested Malcolm slowly. "Easy peasy," replied Nigel, and became a nice blue one. Now that wasn't a very wise thing for Nigel to do. Do you happen to know the story about the scorpion and the frog?" asked Malcolm, moving closer. "No. Does it have a happy ending?" I'm afraid not," said Malcolm. "You see, the scorpion needed to cross the river and, to cut a long story short, the frog eventually agreed, but was afraid the scorpion would sting him." "And did he? Did the scorpion sting the frog?" "Oh, yes, good and proper." But why?" "Because it was in his nature," sighed Elsie in passing. "And unfortunately for you, it's in Malcolm's nature to eat cardigans. Even paper ones." "I wish I'd stayed as I was," said Nigel glumly, as he became Malcolm's lunch. "He wouldn't have eaten an elephant." Poor Nigel. It's a good job he's got a twin brother.